Hello, hello. Oh, do you know we should put up the starting soon screen, I guess. Well, that didn't work. This thing is... I lose the stream here. It's... Oh, there we go. Calm down. There we go. Now it's not acting a fool. Was an odd situation. Give a minute or so here for people to shuffle on in. But we're going to be playing some Cyber Series Base Wars, the MS Donor League. Get some games in. We got the MS Bike Ride is the end of next month-ish. So, like second last week next month. So I got to get some, games in here. I got to get this series wrapped up so we can be ready for this year's charity stream. Make sure we're all debt-free to the donors of last year so that we can get them to be the donors of this year. So we'll work our way through these cyber games and see what we can't do. Of course, the tweet, for some reason, is not about the Cyber Series, because why would they update the information right away? How do I do my own channel here? There we go. Yeah, it updated properly. Alright. Hello, Ald. How's it going? Yeah, it's weird how that goes on Twitter, eh? Hello, Grimmeth. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we might as well get into it here. So, head on over to our... Ah, I see what's happened. I accidentally ended up in the wrong scene. Untitled. And I can't change my profile. Well, that's interesting. Is there a delay on my talking? Advanced audio properties? No. Alright, I don't see there being an issue. I mean, I could go right down, left, up, and you guys can let me know if that followed the menu properly. Because I'd hate for it to be me going, oh man, what a great score, and then it being before someone even swings the bat. Ruin all the surprise. Parts, change, ranking, play ball. If that audio lines up good enough with what's on the screen, we'll be fine. Alright then, let's go. So, what we're going to do here is, outside of the Zerfall team here, we're going to start getting people up to... I mean, we've got some... people that haven't played 2 games against each other yet. You can see here. Well, obviously that one doesn't count. But we'll get everybody up to that, and then we'll work on getting everybody to 3 games against each other, and 4, and we've gotta get this going. So we have the Diamond Cutters, featuring a Shaman, and if I look at this little sheet, it will remind me of who's who. Got the Diamond Cutters. They are colored blue, and J2 John Jeremy is on this team, and of course Coleman is a star, but he is not a donor. He's just a stove that's been turned into a battle bot for baseball purposes. We have the Fatalities, featuring Alex, Fatal Alex, Tolpanzer, and Arthresh is in here too somewhere. Yes? No? Oh no, that's the Toasters. I'm looking at the Fatalities here. Fatal Alex and Tolpanzer. Alright, there we go. Let's play ball. So we'll see how these two teams do. I think the oh, he's spinning to win on him. You gotta get that battle gimmick out sooner if you want to take somebody out, Stanley. I thought Stanley was one of the better fighters too, actually. Anyways, the Diamond Cutters, I believe, are doing relatively good so far in the series. They might be in 3rd place right now. And, but they got shut down in that first inning there. Fatal Alex up. It shoots it right to a M-Cycle bot. Just what you need to do if you want to get on base. Let those M-Cycles... You know, they can spin to win on the battlefield, but they spin to lose on the fielding. Unfortunately, Alex does not get off the combos required to take down a tank bot at second base here. But that hit might be going the right direction to land on base. Yep. Oh, they probably could have gotten an easy double out of this. With the... There you go. So as long as people keep hitting it down towards that second baseman, they won't be doing too bad. That was an interesting choice of throws. But unfortunately, a quick double play ends that inning. They had bases loaded and just couldn't... Fatalities could not... capitalize on their situation. J2 John Jeremy up. We know he's good at running. See how he does here. Gets a single. He's surprisingly pretty high up on the... That could be a home run. No, it looks like it's going to land, but they do get an easy double out of it. When he gets backed into a corner, though, he'll come at you like a spider monkey, and he's been showing that in this series. That's another good hit if it doesn't get caught. Oh! Interesting. 3-point home run for the Fatalities. The... Oh, wait. Yes, the Fatalities. The Unstoppables are hoping for the Diamond Cutters to have a loss here. And so far, it's looking pretty good, but we know that early on here, these games can turn around anyway. That was quite the catch there. I guess there's a reason why he's a pitcher and not a fielder. Yeah, they've got, they just need a home run here and they'll turn things back around, and I think that might be it. The game is now tied 3 apiece. I think. I'm not mistaken, it's the same people at Bestel, right? No, it is! Oh man. It's the Diamond Cutters. How do I not know what's going on here? Wow, I'm real bad at, I'm real bad at things. Best commentator ever. Let me just talk about how this is working out here. Yeah, I guess. I've had Lil Z's been sick earlier this week, so that led to some restless nights. Although I do like the fantasy world that I built in my head better, where it was a much closer game. Alright, that's got to be out of here. What? Oh man, if they're gonna get caught out so easily and whatnot, they need to start at least getting some fights on the bases when they're doing the runs. I believe, yes, the fatalities have not a good record. The toasters are also having a hard time. Oh, that is a home run and a half. Oh, it's not. Wow. I used to be able to call these home runs all the time, and now I seem to be having a problem. I guess I've been dabbling with. There you go. I've been dabbling with a speed run of this game a little bit, where you there's on the leaderboards. What it is there's a category for beating a game as quickly as possible, winning a game as quickly as possible through forfeit, and one for winning the game without causing a forfeit. And the forfeit one is 4 minutes roughly for their... Oh wow, they made a poor choice. They should have just fought the guy on second. They were never going to get home on time. Ball on the moon. How'd it get there? But the way you play with one of the custom teams, so you have like laser swords for free, and they hit home runs too often because you don't want home runs to cause forfeits. It's actually kind of funny. You're like, get pissed off when you're trying to do a quick run and keep getting home runs. Well, this is going poorly here for the poor fatalities. There we go. Finally put that inning to rest. Wasn't as bad as last time. I mean, they can still turn this around. That's the ticket. Actually, we haven't seen how... I haven't been paying attention to people's hit points. I wonder if some people aren't repaired up fully. If that's the case, there's always a chance that they could win through a forfeit. Managed to sneak onto the base there. And that's going to be an easy single. That was a bit early, Baker. This is the problem they have. They have a couple good hitters come up that can at least get them singles, and then somebody just pops it up for easy multiple outs. A nice double there from J2. A clean one. It wasn't because of a wheelie bot or anything. And I think they would have probably gone for a run there, but maybe they're not wanting to rub too much salt in the wounds. Oh man, they almost got the... They got the double. I didn't really come close to getting the triple, but there you go. A much better showing in the fielding there. If they had been playing like that this whole time, it'd be a much different ball game. This is going to be a fight. And J2 John Jeremy just spinning and beating the crap out of his opponent. Welcome to the stream, Shaman. Oh, Warren. He had a chance if he'd gotten some good combos off. It was relatively close in the hit point match, but didn't manage to make a dent in the lead of the Diamond Cutters. Speaking of Shaman, here's Shaman at the bat, and that's going to be an easy single. J2 knows the cheap strats. It's not cheap, it's slightly advantageous. Why do I have the CRT on? Let me turn this off. I know why, because I was testing a Famicom game earlier to make sure it worked. Don't worry, I think both pitchers on each team have shown off their amazing fielding skills and why they are pitchers instead of fielders. Oh, that's true. We're way past here. What are we giving these animations out for? Handing them out like candy. We got to get some of these games in so that we can find out who's the top of the league. That's a pretty good catch. That looked like it actually hit the ground, but I guess not. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if the... No, see, I don't know. I recently added some upgrades to my fielders that made them better at fielding. I wonder if some of those upgrades have been used on some of the wheelie bots and whatnot of these other teams, because they're getting right under the ball and actually being under it most of the time. Which is going to make a huge difference. I don't know what the fatalities have been putting into their robots. They do need some upgrades of some kind, and hopefully they'll be getting them. It takes a little longer to do when you're losing the games, though. And I guess we won't really know until it's too late that they finally start turning things around. I'd imagine that once we get far enough in that everyone's going to have enough upgrades to at least be competitive. But by that point, it might be too late to turn it around unless they go on a giant winning streak. It would be interesting to see somebody make a turnaround, even though they'll have terrible, terrible stats from the early season. Their runs earned ERAs being bad and their home run scores being low, but still managed to come up a little bit. Now they're just trying to set up a triple play here, but they weren't fast enough. Oh. Caught right out. Managed to hold them to 1 run that inning. It seems like the fatalities seem to face, even when they do manage to get runs and whatnot, most of the time it's a staggering, terrible inning against them with somewhere between 7 and 15 runs. And then some not too bad innings that aren't insurmountable, but when added to the terrible inning that they have in the beginning times, it doesn't work out so well for them. That should be caught out easily, but will it be? No, it is going to lead to a fight, though. And Jones makes pretty quick work. Oh, and he gives him a little bit of a battle gimmick smack at the end there, just to put some fear into him. Oh, that was a pretty good catch. J2 is probably going to get on base, but oh, he manages to get into a fight. Who's going to win the spin contest? J2 just couldn't get his wheel out fast enough. and ends up on the ground. That brings us to the bottom of the 7th here. Fatalities are really running out of time. They're trying the old bunt strat. Let's get in a bunt and fight with JG, but he's not choosing to spin, and he's showing that he's not a one-trick pony. That gets him on base. Nice deep into left field there. Alex is up. That might get caught out. Can he make it back to the base? Just barely. They're still in it. Jones with a hit to right field. It gets past the wheelbot. They don't risk running home, and that's probably the right call. They have a man in scoring position. If this gets caught, it's going to be the end of the inning, but if not, that's an easy score. They try to make it 2. Oh, he manages to get the drop on the drop kicker. And it looks like Jones will be making it to home base. That puts him on the board with 2. I mean, they still got 13 to go, but they're trying to show that they're not completely out of it. If that had just made it a little further, they might have had a bit of a streak going. Still, if they have another, 7 innings like that, they could be winning. Unfortunately, they don't have 7 innings left. Couldn't get under the ball quite enough. Can they pull off the triple play here, or is this going to be a 2-run home run? This is quite the pop-up. That was theirs to lose, and they chose to. Oh, Shaman manages to hit it deep off the wall, and the I don't know, the circuitry of this bot must have been quite rattled. Oh, the catcher did not want to deal with this fight, and having thrown it to the pitcher to show what's up. I guess that makes sense. Tank bots are a little more effective in fighting. A little double play there to end the inning, but the Diamond Cutters maintain their 15-point lead by answering the 2 runs with 2 more runs. Oh, could this be the start of a 15-run inning? So far, so... Oh, but there are going to be some fights here. You got to get the first punch off if you want to make it as a base runner, but unfortunately for Baker, a little bit slow on the draw there. Still, they have someone at second. Oh, he went for it. He's taking those risks, so they're going to pay off. Oh, he manages to. Stanley chooses not to use his battle, or yeah, he just chooses not to use his battle gimmick. And with a team losing by so much, you'd think that the teabagging showboating would be a little uncalled for, but he goes for it anyways. I guess you got to get yours while you can. Could this be the start of a 17-inning game? Hopefully not. Oh, he just barely catches it in time, and it's enough to make the double play. The fatalities were too confident in that ball touching the ground. They led by far too much. Can he correct himself? He does! Manages to have a unstable sort of wobble that just managed to swing out of the ball just in time here. They're a little scared of J2. Throw him a ball. See, yeah, I don't know how that one did touch the ground, but the last one didn't for the fatalities. But, I mean, this is all she wrote. A little bit of the music there. It was 20 runs after all. And they're just trying to make sure that They put a few extra nails in the coffin so that this fatalities don't rise from their grave. Oh, Jones wants to get some damage in here before... Make sure that some of the profits that they make off this game have to go towards the repair bill. Throwing Baker off with the speed of the pitches here. He does manage to connect this time, though it is a pop-up. It does look like it's going to come down just in front of this bot, and they should have just fought the guy at second. Instead, they threw it away just before they did, and let him stay up. Oh, no. Unfortunately for Roberts, Baker got the T-Big Pound Town off first. Man, stop. They're already dead. Now the Diamond Cutters are just going to try to tie JG's, the JG Mysteries record for number of runs in a game, which is in the high 40s or low 50s, I believe. At least they tried to let the game seem a little exciting towards the end here, but now they're just showing that they had been toying with them the whole time, which is unfortunate. Where's your sportsmanship? Oh, they're even going for this? Is it going to cost J2? No, he manages... Are they just going after Roberts? They're running for home so they can destroy this poor catcher? The psyche of the fatalities has been completely busted here, and they're falling apart. They had some okay fielding for a while. Finally manages to catch that third out after 11 runs in the 9th inning. So, can they get 25 runs in one inning? All signs point to no. The crack of the ball, the bat, the beep of the bots. Oh, why are you going for it? You're getting greedy, Alex. Oh, Alex. This is why you're not having a 25-run inning. Oh, he manages to catch that with just the tip of his glove. And puts this game to rest. 28-3 for the Diamond Cutters. Alright, let's throw our little quick save down here just in case something goes wrong. I'll throw this in position 9. We'll hit into play ball because we got one more team here that hasn't played 2 games against each other yet. This will put the Toasters to one more game played than everybody else, I suppose, but this is because I accidentally had them go against the Diamond Cutters too many times in a row. So we got the JG Mysteries here with Mysterious JG. We've got Kraken, we've got Bobo, we've got Mr. Schultz. We've got Stone Khan and Travis, the Unknown. And on the Toasters, of course, we have Herb is their owner. We got Sandwich. We got, I guess, Brown Toast. That's what I order when I get breakfast. We have Atomic Toast. And we have... Arthresh is on this team. There he is. He's the second baseman. Let's play some ball. Shoulders are OP. And the GG Mysteries. Don't care. They're starting this off with a home run right off the bat. Eventually, they're not going to get any home run animations. They got too many of these. Look at this. If this is how you're going to do it, at least put some men on the base first, JG, if you want to get... Yeah, JG Mystery's got a JG Mystery. We do really need one of the AI teams to take him out. Oh, there we go. See, they're showing that... Now, Bubba with the Iron Glove, he didn't get the combos off, though. He let Brown... Oh, Brown doing the teabag at the end there. Oh, but they managed to sneak it past the fielder there. And their AI seems to be a little bit better, a little more upgraded. They choose not to run for third, trying to get greedy and end up in a fight that they can't win. Oh, they're lucky that got missed, or it could have been an easy double play. Oh, Bobo. Oh, are they going to keep rolling around? No, they just send one. See, they don't take the risks, but it pays off. Oh, but Morgan here, he's got his number. He doesn't understand the slow balls. But unfortunately, he manages to... Well, fortunately for him, unfortunately for... Oh, he caught it! Never mind, that's only a 3-run inning. Very surmountable. The Toasters have a chance, still. Got Hill here with his battle gimmick. That was a very fast pitch, and he managed to hit it. I'm impressed. I would have missed that, as we've seen in the last time I played the JG Mysteries. Arthresh is up now, waiting for his pitch. Oh. JG just sending them off to the side, but Arthresh has a good eye after his first miss swing. Unfortunately, hits it right to a fielder. Oh, can he make it back? No way, man. That is a double play to end the inning. Yes, Hulk Bobo did not tank that well. I don't know if I read that one already or not. I should really... get this chat up near... I got a whole other part of my screen here. Oh, guys, come on. We'll give you 1 per inning here. That'll be 9 instead of the 10 you normally get. JG's up. He, of course, is just going to hit out of the park right away. And I told you, you only get 1. Kraken couldn't get the turkey. Oh, and he tries to go for it. Arthresh here. The Iron Glove was not enough. He would have had to get 1 extra combo in. And he's out. Got a little greedy there. And if they catch this out, this will be an improvement from last inning. Unfortunately, their fielder's a little confused, but fortunately for them, White was also getting a little bit greedy, but... Oh, he almost got the punches off required. The Iron Glove just wasn't enough damage to turn that around. So after getting their lead, the JG Mysteries have decided to be a little more aggressive in the field, and it's not paying off. Their fights aren't going so well. Fortunately, a little pop-up there, infield pop-up. Gets him cut out easily. Is this going to land? It does. Gets a single. Oh, Sandwich getting tricked out by these curvy pitches. And unfortunately, they've just run too far. That'll be the end of the inning. Still, they're managing to hold the JGs not at bay, but keeping them from getting a little too crazy. They tried to tempt them into running to third there, but didn't work out. Those pitches with their sexy curves. Smart enough to stay on third here. See if StoneCon can hit him home, and I think he's hitting all 3 of them home. All right. Yeah, hopefully no 50-run games here. There's 3 more runs for the JG Mysteries, though. Oh, cut it off a little early there. I can understand them being a little scared to put one right over the plate here. And that would be why. Oh boy. You gotta keep it off center here. It's not gonna work out so well. There we go. I'm supposed to be completely impartial here, but I don't want to see the Toasters crushed by 50 runs again. I've never played Super Baseball 2020. Now, here's Bobo's chance for revenge, I suppose, depending on if the fight happens. Oh, and he manages to pull it off. It was a very close one, though. One little tick of health left there. The future of next year. That's true. Yeah, JG's bots just end up right in the right spots. Got all the bots in all the right spots. Well, not so much there, but on average enough to make sure that they don't get too many runs against them. Oh, an Atomic Toast, without the weapon, needed to get full combos off with his first hits and just didn't manage to get him. And another home run. They're past their 10-run limit. There's 2 limits now, 1 per inning. And 10-run total. Used to just be the 10-run total, but the JG Mysteries are just making it so that we spend all of our time in cutscene instead of all of our time playing ball. That's not quite going to make it. But he couldn't get his little robot legs just couldn't get under it fast enough. Oh, we're gonna have a fight on our hands here. And unfortunately, Brown does not take Morgan down. He's taking quite a beating here. He's been in a lot of fights, and he might not survive the game if there's a lot more in the park balls being hit. The JG Mystery rules. It's been added to the official Cyber Series rulebook. After we had spectators dying in the stands of starvation after the stadium ran out of peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Why would you not send that to first base? You had easy triple play. They didn't even need a triple, they just needed the double. The fools! And their mistake was rubbed in their face here. I probably should have let that one play. It would have been the little triple plane, but... Oh, man. That right there, him trying to pick up the ball, shows exactly why he threw to third base instead of first. I feel like the robots have like, you know, they got like the 3 laws of robotics. Then they got the 3 laws of robot baseball. Always get the lead runner out regardless, but they've accidentally put them in the wrong order so that they're not making the right calls sometimes. Oh, it was all a track. It was a trick trap. So they could get the double play. Is it just me, or when they send the ball all the way to the left sometimes, does it look like it comes... Yeah, it comes back on the right-hand side of the screen over here. I guess that explains why sometimes the batter suddenly starts walking in the other direction when you really go out. Never take out an OCP employee. Oh, you could have had that. Oh, they managed to get the double play on that. I wasn't expecting that at all. Even with the cutoff at first. Their first no-run inning of the game. Is this the end of the JG Mysteries hot streak? The answer is probably no. Especially once they destroy Brown and there's fewer bots on the field. Oh, and this is going to be a fight for him again. Oh, poor Brown. Oh, and so, here's some fun experimentation. I was like, you know what? I wonder if you just keep hitting someone with a pitch and eventually destroy them. And they've got something built in to fix that. So if you make it home, and this is how the JG Mysteries are saving so much money on repairs. If you make it home, you get a 50 hit point bonus kicked onto your hit points. If you hit a home run, you get 100 hit points back. So they're not paying repair bills because they're getting in fights and then hitting home runs and getting their hit points back. So if you try to hit somebody by pitch over and over again, eventually, when they get around home, you can only do 40 damage on a hit by pitch maximum, and that's if you get it exactly right. So they will never accrue damage for long enough. Bobo here is pretty beat up, though. He's unfortunately been left on the field a couple times. And here he's in another fight. Oh, man, what happened there? He has taken a bit of a clobber into his noggin, and it's caused him to slow down his punch rate here or something. Either that or Brown, just out of desperation for not wanting to be destroyed, is using his limit breaks. JG's sending out all the crazy pitches here. Although if one of them is going to get destroyed, I'd prefer it be a fight between the two of them, since they've been having a rivalry all game here. Oh, is that going to get down? It does. Wow. 2 runners on. I mean, they already got 2 outs, though. Ooh, that's just too fast. The optic sensors couldn't keep up with it. I have a feeling that's going to be the end of this. No! Base is loaded. This is Arnold's... Hey, Arnold, this is your big chance. No, Arnold, you messed up. That is the opposite of a home run. Here comes Witt. Get to the home run. Just can't. Those M cycles just can't figure out the trajectory of balls at all in this. Looking for new adventures. Oh, he got the battle gimmick out, but he did not return it to himself in time to get the combo. And so the runner's on the base. Oh, he managed to catch it. Can he get it in time? He does. There's our double play. It's far too late to save this inning, but at least they contain the damage a little bit. Only 2 runs. Oh, the pitcher runs all the way. JG. From the mound to the, I guess, baseline to make that catch. Did not trust his catcher to do so. Something that, as of late, I would not understand at all. Easy to run when you don't have legs. Oh, that was a nice line drive. And JG here. They know they can't throw it over the plate, but they get it a little bit too close. But just enough that they managed to catch him out and get a double play. The other team members of the JG Mysteries just have too much confidence in his ability to hit it out of the park. Okay, I don't know where he was running. It's not quite in the right direction there to get under the ball, but at least it was foul. And with a strikeout, we have a change. And another no-run inning. As always, their fielding seems to be getting better. As time goes on, but not better enough. Oh, Lee, you've been caught out. Too close. One punch from Mr. JG and you're down. His iron glove knocks you out. I wonder how these robots feel about the limiters that are in their systems that cause their HP to be lower. HP. Based on how far they are from bases. Well, you know, they have less of a... less of an insurmountable lead than the last game here. They only need to get 19 runs in 2 innings. They only need to get 19 runs in 1 inning. Bobo often wonders about robots' feelings as well. One of my favorite lines from Futurama is when they're using the what if machine and Bender goes, "As a robot, I don't have any feelings, and sometimes that makes me feel that makes me very sad." Oh, they managed. Oh, they're going for it. Ah, and they knew that that wheel was not fast enough to catch the ball. We have a punch machine at work that says thank you if it successfully punches things, and I tend to say you're welcome to it, and people laugh, and I'm like, listen, if they take over, I don't want to be the guy that that was rude to the machines. Eh, it's true, yeah. Let them play long enough, eventually maybe they'd come out on top. Arthros manages to stay in it here. Oh, catches him out. Brown was understandably shying away from combat there on the second base. That it's all based on exactly on which side of the pitcher the ball goes. Oh, makes it to the base. They just need 23 more. Well, I guess 25 more or 26 more of those hits. And eventually they'd all be on home base, but instead they had a double play here. Oh man, did you know what? I saw a video today. I think, yeah, it was Grim. I think I saw it because Grim was tweeted it or tweeted at him and he replied. But the humanoid bot they have, they swing a stick at it and it stops it and throws it to the ground. What are you guys doing? You're just... scary. Oh no, it's not them playing keep away. One of them like breaks a brick on his head. and then somebody swings a stick at it to try to... It's creepy as heck. And then it T-poses. Anyways, let's take a quick peek at the rankings here now that everybody's played a similar number of games. Everybody has played 10 or 11 games. I don't know how I messed this up so much, but I have. Let's see, the Fatalities have played 9 games. They've got to have another game here. I guess they have to have another game against me. JG Mysteries and the Diamond Cutters all over the charts here for number of home runs. Zerfall's still the best pitcher in the league, but only just over the Mysterious JGs. And in terms of battles, somehow with the fewest number of games, the Zerf Select here have topped the chart, but you can see that there's a little bit of somebody from nearly every team. All right, let's get right back into it here. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna start with which way do we want to start it? Well, let's see. This okay, that's me. So we got 2-2. We want to keep it on this side this time so that the other teams are playing their home field. So we do need to get quite a few things going here. The JG's just played against Toasters, so let's let the... Oh, here we could have a tiebreaker here on a couple of these. Toasters just played though, so let's let the Diamond Cutters back on the field. Diamond Cutters at the Unstoppables. Diamond Cutters, of course, have J2 John Jeremy and Shaman on the team, and Coleman, the camp stove turned baseball star. The Unstoppables have quite a plethora of players here. They have Leandri as their owner. We've got Lethal Feline as the pitcher. We've got Hazel as the center fielder. Hazel the cat. Grimmeth is here. Lactotzi. Prudro. I think that's all. Let's play ball. Home field advantage does play a huge role in this, Bobo. Robots, they care what the crowd thinks. Robots, you can psych them out. Robots, 2 of these 3 statements is false. I like how I had bad grammar in that last one. Psyched out. Oh, they're just trading blows back and forth here. Oh! Brooks almost turns it around. But Green manages to hold on through robots. They can bad grammar have. Oh, he risks it. It was a trick. Although the real trick is to then beat him up instead of getting your butt kicked. Or just catch them out in the first place so they don't have a chance to go to second. I don't know. That seems like a better idea here. Where were they? Jeez, the fielding here is leaving something to be desired. Well, you know the next couple of throws are going to be right over the plate. Jeez, all the action is happening off camera. The ball is just going so quickly that the camera's not been able to keep up. They got bases loaded here now. How's it going to go? Shaman. And that ends the inning. The rivalry between these two teams is heating up. We'll see how this inning goes. That guy was spazzing. Trying to get that ball. That shortstop is just where he needs to be. I don't know if he was the last one to catch it or was a fielder, but... Jeez. Louise is all I can say about that. I feel that the Unstoppables may be running into the same issue that I have, and that is M cycles in the field. In the outfield. Which is a struggle that I have, even with my human override to make them move half an inch lower. They just often don't want to get under the ball. It looks like these shoulder upgrades are really paying off too. The GG rule comes into effect here with one. Yeah, see? You get someone with some legs out there and they just stand right under the ball. Cycles in the Outfield, one of those Disney movies you never saw. Yeah, it had Doc Brown in it, didn't it? That double play there really ends the inning soon, though. Although they managed to get 4 runs in that little time. Grimmeth here, showing how it's done. Hey, the Renaissance, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Nice night for baseball. Doc Brown as the M cycle in the outfield. How did that guy catch the ball? Now there you go. See, it happens to both teams. The M cycles just spin around the ball, don't know what to do. He could have easily had that, and instead he just kept running. Oh, and Lethal sneaks it right in between there. And you know what? They probably could have ran home on that one. We got bases loaded here. Prudro's up. Does he have the shoulders required? Well, you know, the bases are still loaded here. This is a good chance for someone to make a name for themselves. Oh, don't strike out here with your big chance to shine. Oh, the pressure got to Smith. He couldn't take it. Green is up to bat, hit into the field, right past the M cycle. Nobody's willing to risk getting the out on that run there. Martin's up. Where's it going? Manages to sneak it past another M cycle. They're going for it. He manages to get home before the ball comes in. Grimmeth is up again. Can he hit that home run? Oh, unfortunately, it just skims just above enough above the ground. He gets caught out. But a 5-run inning puts the Unstoppables right back into this game. Yeah, we got a real game going here. The Diamond Cutters trying to turn that back around though into a large lead. They're only up by 3 though. A little pop up there. Out. Oh, see, and if you gotta make the mistake. Oh, that was just in the right spot to confuse the AI on that one. Yeah, the CPU games can end up very, very lopsided at times, and that is just high enough to be a home run. I accidentally skipped the last one, so they'll get their one last home run cutscene here. It's funny that they write home run to the camera here. The people in the stands see this plane go flying through the sky. It writes home run backwards to them, and then and too far away. Now, what company made the Bases Loaded series? He tried to throw it to first, but he was on first. All right, they keep them to 3 runs. If they can get another 5-run inning here, they'll be tying it up. Sky hits it into the sky, but not, well, I don't know why they ran for that. They managed to get their... Why are you throwing punches? Do your spin! Sky made some poor choices there more than once in that at-bat. Doesn't know the spin strats. You gotta just hold that B button. Jelko. Yeah, well, I guess... Interesting. I was wondering if it was the same people. This was made by Ultra, but I guess that's actually Konami. I suppose there's only so many bat noise you can hear. J2 John Jeremy getting his wheel butt handed to him very easily there. It's very much a metal bat. They're playing with aluminum bats in the future. I mean, maybe wooden bats can't hold up to the damage. They're made from some sort of exotic future metal. Oh, and an easy double play there to end the inning. So the last 2, I guess it's not 2 innings of this wash here, but they managed to keep the lead to 5. And Lethal, looking to capitalize on the situation, manages to get a single. He probably could have made it to second base based on this spirograph of a pattern the AI is using here to catch the ball, but smartly doesn't risk it. No, and an infield single. Oh, go back, guys. Oh, that's right on the line, and luckily for the Unstoppables, the pitcher just can't get under the ball there. There's a little bit of a zigzag underneath it. Right down the line again, but this time they managed to pull off the triple play and end the dreams for this inning. The 4th inning is a bit of a wash. We'll see how the 5th inning goes. Shaman is, of course, the pitcher on the blue team right now. This was actually the baseball game I think we played the most as kids. We rented it quite a bit, and then our dad picked it up for us when it ended up in the bargain bin a little later on. And, of course, the 10-run home run limit has been reached here, so we'll be skipping the cutscenes so that the game doesn't take an hour and a half. What is going on? Oh, he went for third and he probably shouldn't have. Oh, it came down to 1 hit point bar there, but Latozzi managed to stop J2 John Jeremy in his tracks. He's getting a little greedy there. A little J squared John Jeremy disease, where he tries to take everything, including all of the bases, with what should have been a single. That bounce is just foul. And he struck out. Grimmeth here, looking to do a little damage, manages to get himself 1-run home run. If I think it was Smith that was up. If he managed to get on base, that could have been an easy 2 points for the Unstoppables here. Yes, that's true, Bobo. MLB Power Pros is, if you're playing the single player stuff, is much more life sim than it is baseball sim. What is it, like 3 or 4 games for your whole college career? Or something like that? And a lot of injuring yourself while working out. Unfortunately caught out there. Ends the inning. They managed to get 1 run, but let up 3 this inning. The lead has been extended to 7. This is what the turbo button's for, skipping the home run scenes as quickly as possible. He just misses it there. What are you doing? Getting caught up on the wall, unable to adjust their trajectory. I don't know why the AI runs at all on these obvious foul balls. There's a very good chance of them getting turned into a double play, but I guess they just didn't want to I thought that was going to be a home run. I guess they just didn't want to have to program 2 versions of the AI for based on if... I mean, they really should have had something like, if it is above whatever Z position is a pop fly, just don't run all the way. And that ends the inning there with another 3 runs. So we've got to see... We know the Unstoppables have it in them to get plenty of runs in an inning, but they're just... Ooh, that was some quick legs on the catcher there. Ooh, that guy wasn't even trying to catch the ball. He just was on his way to first base and happened to get right in the way. Ooh, guess that one came high enough off the bat to count as a hit, and he's out. I don't know what the rule is for baseball on if it just barely touches the bat. How much of a deviation it has to be from that. Oh, 2 cyborgs against each other here. Neither of them have weapons, so it comes down to just who had more hit points going into the fight. Because like I know in the softball league I was in, if you hit the ball at all, it had to go above... I think it was 6 feet above the batter to count as an out if it was caught by the catcher. He's trying to egg him on into running to second to get an out, but he wasn't budging. Perhaps they've learned their lesson. Ooh. How the AI knew that one was going to bounce just above and that it was worth running for that, I'll never know. Or maybe they just have, oh, we have enough hits here. What were you thinking? Oh, you know what? They managed to get it home. And Coleman is stopped from getting the run. That was actually the right call. I thought they would have held it at second to get in the fight, but a quick enough hit. Unfortunately, it's followed up instantly by a home run. Coleman got grilled. Ninja team's an elite team. I wonder what game that'd be. Wait, oh, Super Baseball 2020 actually has teams that are different types of teams. Interesting. Is one of them a robot team? Hey! An M-Cycle managed to catch a ball. Amazing. A little late in the inning for that. They're really letting the team down here, but how their catcher is always under the ball, I will not know. My catcher's a cyborg, and he's been doing pretty good. But he's not under the ball like that every time. There is something going on here. Do you have upgrades or something? Just manages not to get it over. Now he gets, oh, 2 combos off here. I think unless, yeah, I was going to say, unless Turner manages to turn around and get 2 combos off in a row as well, Grimmeth is going to be safe on second. I'm not saying the catcher isn't trying as hard. I'm saying there's something in his programming that's causing him to not be instantly under the ball every single time. I would never say anything bad about my catcher on the air where he could hear me. So we started out with a real game here that was quite interesting, and then things just went off the rails somehow. Oh, hi, Alda. I didn't realize you were in chat still. Yeah, that's a ticket. M-Cycles in the outfield. I mean, it's true. They're great in combat and they're great running bases, but stick them in the outfield and they are riding spinners and they don't stop the ball from hitting the ground. You gotta admit that was a pretty nonchalant catch there. Just standing there with his hand in the air. And the ball just floats into it. Wow. Hey, Hazel's on base. That almost felt like he just was teleported to where he needed to be. Like, I didn't see him do any running. And it's not like the ball got there real slow. I don't trust this. I think this game picks favorites. And the Mysterious JGs and the Diamond Cutters, they've decided are their favorites. Oh, Hazel's not been doing well? I know she was having some issues, but they were curious as to what was the actual problem. It was stumping the vets. Oh, I think this is going to be the end of it here. 3 up, 3 down, probably. That shortstop is just everywhere. Oh, it's an allergy thing, eh? The black tongue? Interesting. But that means your allergies are getting worse. That's no good. I guess that is a common thing to have happen, though. The allergies either get better or they get worse. They rarely just stay the same. So what do we got here? JG Mysteries are obviously still on top. Not a lot of change in our stats here. Fatalities are still struggling to hold on here. I guess if they win 2 games, they could catch up with the Unstoppables. Let's throw another game on the Barbie. Twos across the board there for JG. Where's everybody's got their 2s? Need to start getting some 3s here. I mean, we can throw the Toasters against the Fatalities here. It should be a relatively fast game, I would hope. Fatalities with Alex. We got Toll Panzer. We've got Alex and Toll Panzer. And on the Toasters, we have Sandwich Arthresh and obviously Atomic Toast, the namesake of the Toasters. Oh, and Alex coming out with the little bunny hops here. Teabagging all the way to first base. Oh, and that little bit of a skip, a little bit of a rotate by the M cycle once again cost what could have been a double play. Oof, and there goes another one. I bet you'll find that that's the dividing line between the teams that are doing better and the teams that are doing worse, the M cycles. And I don't know who suggested that M cycles were the best robots, but they might have been a little off base. They're the best for a human team, I guess, is what it turns out to be. Two battle gimmicks, face to face. What happens? Nobody uses them. Hill's a little low on hit points here, though. He might take a... Waiting to see some AI explosions. The AIs are really blowing each other up. I guess maybe they feel bad for each other as robots. The AI does not want to cause them to explode. And the toasters are up by 1 here. Would this have the toasters won any games? I'm curious. Hi, Cornhusker. Welcome to the stream. This was a pretty good game. We're playing AI games right now. I could see some interesting drinking games to play with this game. Bobo. I could see you having an all M cycle team wanting to go fast. And in the park home run based on Wheel McWheelieson over there, not pulling his weight. Green here managing to defend against Hill again. Hill is taking another beating. This is not going to be a good game for him. Yeah, the teams are very unbalanced, and if you know what you're doing, this is AI versus AI. So, for anybody that's wasn't here roughly a year ago, every year I do an MS charity bike ride, and one of the things, the thing that I did this year was everybody that donated had the chance to create their own robot in this series, name the robot, choose what type of build they were and whatnot, positioning wise, as well, and the top 5 donors all got to own one of the teams. And I actually, if you keep an eye out in between games, I ROM hacked this version of the game to have custom logos for each of the teams as well. So they all got that, and we're playing the custom team AI League games right now, so that I can play my human team games later on against the AI and see who ends up winning this series. But it's the MS Donor League. So that's why we have a lot of AI games going on today. We've got to... I underestimated how long it was going to take. And Alex here could have been using his stomp, but Brown is going to. Alex, both of them! We're going to see at least one robot blow up this game, I suspect. That was an interesting path taken to catch the ball there. So they will, the AI teams will buy their upgrades, and some of them make good choices and some of them don't, and Brown has just been blown up. Jones is trying to get away from him before he explodes here in the top right corner, and he has just enough distance to do so. You can get yourself killed. Bobo? That's a very good question. Yes, sometime between the middle and end of next month, the charity stream for this year will be happening again. And keep an eye out for information on that. I've got to actually reach out to a few people here and see what their schedules might be like and if they might be interested in participating again this year. Yeah, some of the teams refuse to upgrade their pitchers, and that causes them to have a lot of home runs hit against them. And some of the teams have upgraded all of their robots with massive pectoral implants that are causing them to hit many home runs. And some of the teams are putting iron fists or iron gloves on everybody instead of upgrades that will make them play baseball better. I will endeavor to let you know, Ald, as soon as possible. I'm hoping to hammer out my schedule. Wow, these guys are really... That was an interesting fight that happened there. But Roberts ended up showing off a bit at the end. I mean, as a human player, so I can currently, if I have a laser sword and a tank, I can defeat a team in 3 minutes by destroying them. I might show that off later. I've been working on trying to do that as quickly as possible. I speedrun on the side as well here, and having played this game so much in the last year, I decided to check out if there were any scores for this, and I'm trying to get sub 3 minutes in a single game. Wow, he just knew he could keep going, but got a little bit too greedy with it, and Green couldn't get the stomp off. Sandwich just spins to win here on the combat. My favorite weapon's actually the battle gimmick because it's less expensive, and if you just time your button presses right, you can stun lock, I guess, the opposing player. That somehow was on the ground instead of in the air, and Green managing to take as little damage as possible. He doesn't want to get blowed up real good. Yeah, I guess the shoulder upgrades don't work quite as good against human pitchers because human pitchers will refuse to give you a good pitch per thing here. Like I always try to pull up into the right at least, so that it's not as likely to get a home run. Although that didn't work out too well for me against JG last time. His pitching, the JG Mysteries have upgraded their pitcher all the way, and it's made it quite a challenge. But this might turn into a bit of a war of attrition here. As we get halfway through the game here, and it's just a score of 1 apiece. No, I don't think any teams have bought the most expensive weapons yet. Although after we play all these AI games, who knows what extra money they'll have to burn. I might start losing to more than just the mysterious JGs. Oh, we could have cut the guy off at second, but chose to throw to third. This might be where the game stops being... Oh, no! A triple play ends that inning real quick. We're still tied at 1 apiece. Is this another 17-inning game in the making? It's quite possible. And quite frankly, I don't care which one of the teams win as long as they do it in 9 innings. Yeah, and I mean that's I think that's fair that I end up a little bit cash strapped compared to the other teams for a little bit, just because my superior human intellect gives me too much of an advantage over the AI as it is. Yeah, I got to make the most from the budgets that we have here. Can't just throw money away at repairs and whatnot. That's why I accidentally forget to repair robots from time to time. It's actually strategy. Oh, and that managed to stay just fair. Oh, and Jones tries to use the battle gimmick, doesn't use it quite properly, and chooses not to spin his wheel around when he gets the chance. I was going to say that looks like it's going to be a double play. Oh, and you can see in the in between now it shows who's been destroyed on which team. It's got a little rip list. Yeah, they make some real bad choices. Which can lead to very long games between them if nobody hits any home runs. It's interesting too because like the fielding is pretty bad, and you'd think that. I mean, I guess they can upgrade the fielding intelligence unit. Maybe it is actually meant to be that bad unless you upgrade them, just so that there is some sort of difficulty curve as you play a season. But it really just comes down to the combat at the bases, and once you can start hitting home runs all the time, it just becomes no big deal. Oh, and if you managed to catch that, that would have been an easy triple play. I guess they only can get a double right now with what the weight is. Ooh! Throws it blind to second base. Doesn't realize the second baseman hadn't made it there yet. And that error lets them keep batting. The first baseman makes up for it there, though. And you know what? You might laugh at the eye for that one, but I've actually done that myself. You're not used to catching the ball so quickly that no one's on the base yet. But especially at first and third, the second baseman or shortstop have to run all the way to the base to cover it. Here comes Hill. He's hoping... He wants someone else running at the same time as him so that they're the one that's likely to get into a fight, because things will not go well for him if we get a couple more combats for him. You can destroy up to 100 hit points at a time on a robot. So it shows their full hit points in the on the screen there, but the little bar that charges up, the most it can be is 100, and it's only ever that for the fielder. And that's why being a little below 100 hit points is so dangerous, because that's when you, if you lose a combat, you are going to be blowed up. Blowed up quite well. Oh, right, did the right thing here. Now they should have run. That was an easy double. They could have made it home, but you know, they don't want to risk the game not going to 17 innings here in the top of the 8th. This is going to be a triple play. Nope. But it looks like this might cause them to have another no-hit inning if they don't, or not no-hit, no-run inning, if they don't do something with it. And there it is. All the chances. Yeah, base running speed upgrades are pretty good too. I should probably get that on some of my robots here. That's one of the problems I run into. Here's so Stanley here. Unfortunately, it gets caught out. He's one of the combat champions, according to the league stats, I believe. Some of the most wins. Speaking of the AI teams, the Toronto team, I don't know what they're supposed to be. It's like a polar bear with a Christmas tree. Oh, they're going for it. This could be the one run that counts the most. And once again, the M cycle just spirographs around the ball. Fatality's now up by 2. So the Toasters probably won't be winning this one. But they've got one last chance to turn things around. Yeah, the two edit teams actually are all laser weapons. One of them's all laser swords and one of them's all laser guns. Now that being said, Sandwich just did some work, real work there to get onto first base. And that's a pretty good hit. Not enough to get a home run out of it to tie it back up, but they have a runner in scoring position here. No outs. But what's going to happen with this one? Oh, he's in! There you go. It actually is coming down to it here. Oh! Luckily for the Toasters, unluckily for the Fatalities, throws the ball to nobody there. Fault in the AI. Keeps them from ending it. And the same problem happens again. So they need to hit this further than third base. Don't hit it down to that guy. He's catching every ball that's thrown at him or knocked to him. Jackson, this is your chance to shine here. What? Oh, so close. So close. If that had been 1 foot further, it would have been the game-winning home run. Instead, the Toasters, unfortunately, are crushed. Like so many robots named Brown. Jackson jacked it up. So if we look at our rankings again here, that was the Toasters' chance to start coming after the Fatalities a little bit, but yeah, they would have tied them for wins there. If we look at the parts shop, we can see that the AI has been spending their money. The Unstoppables are sitting on the Toasters too. This is the Toasters' problem. Look, everyone else is spending their money. They've played roughly the same number of games. The Toasters have only lost, and they've managed to save up $63,000. What are they saving that money for? Have they put any upgrades on their robots? There's battle gimmicks. Like, they're buying some stuff, but they're just not buying anything worthwhile. Like, what have they put on their pitcher? Nothing. Right? What have they put on their fielders? Nothing. The owner just wants to get paid. Maybe that is the case. They're like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Doesn't matter if they win or lose. As long as people are buying tickets at exorbitant prices, that's what counts. So let's throw down a little save state here just to make sure. Quick save state. Right there. Just in case, I don't know, I kick my power supply or something. So what do we got here? There's 3 games each there. I mean, the Toasters have played quite a bit. That's 3 games as well. I guess the Fatalities. Yeah, so we'll put the Fatalities. Well, I kind of want to do the Toasters and the Unstoppables here, so that the Unstoppables have a chance to break the tie in the series so far. So let's go with that. Toasters are back up. They're 1 win. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Raptors have won the NBA championship, whatever it's called this year. That's really exciting for a small subset of Canadians. But that being said, Canadians across the country like the Raptors because it's the only NBA team in Canada. So we can all get behind them. Arthresh, Sandwich, and Atomic Toast, of course. The Unstoppables have quite a few people on team. Grimmeth, Litotsi, Hazel, Lethal, Pridro. I think that's everybody. They're going to play some ball. And I mean, to be fair, they did not repair Hill. What are they thinking? And what is this jump contest? Their owners told them to jump, and they just asked how high and decided to drop some kicks while they were at it. People do farm in Canada. There's quite a large section of farming. Yeah, this game will be over quick if they haven't repaired their robots. The Unstoppables will hopefully crush them using fists. I mean, I feel like some... Oh, here comes some combat here. Our Thresh seems to have an engine installed, letting him charge back up some of his health, but not enough to stay in that fight. I feel like when teams move, people will follow them for maybe a generation. And then the next generation is like, I don't understand why my dad likes this American team that's in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, a couple of runs in right away there. Not terrible fielding, it's just not... the ball's not getting to them fast enough to do much with it. Oh, just barely missed catching it there. Oh yes, that is true. So once a bot blows up, the AI bot is normally... The team of the AI that has exploded normally becomes a much better... they use a different set of combat algorithms or whatever. And they don't just run at each other anymore. They try to dodge and do some stuff. Well, unfortunately for the Unstoppables, they've got to get someone on base if they want to get into some combat. There we go. Oh, unfortunately, Gurmith just doesn't get under the ball there, and instead of hitting it up into a home run, it just speedily goes into the pitcher's glove and ends the inning. The Toasters were almost on a roll. I like that. I mean, we have the Canadian Football League, and people do actually watch that. Do you mean London, England, an NFL team, or because that wouldn't make any sense? But yeah, the CFL is relatively popular, and Canadians like their football with 3 downs instead of 4. Yeah, there's a London in Canada too, and that would actually make more sense, I think, for an NFL team. It doesn't make sense for an NFL team, but it makes more sense than London, England, because players are going to be tired all the time, jet lagged like crazy. Oh, that's going pretty far. No, it's just off the wall, it looks like. Newton was unable to deliver much force to that that ball. Alright, that's the end of the sandwiches part of this, the end of the top of this. It's no longer the top of the third is what I'm trying to say. And the Unstoppables have a good chance here to still catch up. But unfortunately, I'm telling you, the AI catchers, for some reason, just, I feel like, and this isn't actually anything against my catcher, but I think that the game gives the human player teams worse AI so that you have to actually do something because they don't want you to just sit there. Yeah, don't hit it towards the AI, the shortstop. They seem to be always catching the ball. There's a quick double play. And this is going to be a relatively fast game, it seems, just based on how fast these innings are going. The Unstoppables just need to get one of their 5-run innings, and they'll be good to go. That is going out of here. There's one of the 2 runs they need to tie it back up. See, now that was just calling catching the ball off of a missed swing. Like, I don't think that should have been an out. The catcher didn't even have to move. But like I said, I don't know what the actual rules in actual baseball are for how much the ball has to move to actually be counted as an out when it's caught by the catcher. Ooh, he decides to go for it. Hill, very poorly chosen. He is not going to survive this game if he keeps making choices like that. I don't know who the base coach is, but they gave him some bad advice, that's for sure. Yeah, I think if they get one of their good innings, they will be unstoppable here. The Toasters don't tend to have very large run counts. I say as they hit a home run. Ah, yes. I'm actually in charge of watching the Zerfina monitor tonight as well, Bobo. So if I might have to step away for a bit in the middle of one of these games, which is why the AI games are good to have on the stream, because I can step away for a few minutes, but she seems to be pretty settled. A while ago, she was holding her arms in a position that made it sound like she was trying to, or make it look like she was trying to figure out how exactly wide her crib was. Oh, off the wall for Hazel. They're going to get on second easy. Oh, they're going for third. Hazel being a little greedy here. Get your butt stomp going. Chose the wrong combat type here. Yeah, don't get a popsicle till you know he's settled again, because holding a baby in a popsicle is not going to go well. Well, it might go okay if he settles down as soon as you pick him up, but squirmy baby in a popsicle would not go well. Well, they managed to get 1 run this inning, get their lead back to 2. Here's Arnold up. Oh, and the shortstop showing off there, just catching it as he goes by. This third baseman is just warping to wherever he needs to be for this. He couldn't quite get under it that time. See if Lethal can get a strikeout here. No, but Green here is probably going to take Brown out. Brown is fully repaired because having been destroyed last game, there's no option. You have to repair him. I mean, I don't know if you have to. Can you go into a game with only 8? I mean, the AI does it automatically, but I wonder if one of my robots gets broken, if I can just go into a game with a handicap. 8 players instead. These little pop-ups, though. I mean, maybe it's the pitching is just good enough to keep the ball from being lined up just right. Yeah, we're going to see some combat here. They're going to have to do more damage than that to Arthrush with each combat here if they want to successfully blow up more than one of the blue bots. Lee, I think, gets caught out a lot because he hasn't even seen any combat. Oh, he's trying to hit him! That would have been enough to blow him up too. That's actually pretty funny. I was surprised they didn't let that land so they could throw it for the combat on first base, but they just want to get 3 up, 3 down as quickly as possible so they get a chance to get their scores in. Oh, unfortunately. I guess that's the problem with powerful shoulders. It's either going out of the park or into the pitcher's glove. In this game, anyways. That's a pretty good hit. Is it going to hit the ground, though? It does. But they ran for second. I don't know if they should have. Brown is a new man. Literally. Built from the ground up again. His AI re-downloaded into a new bot, and he is looking to not ever be destroyed. Oh, he's too big to one hand now. Oh no. They actually become large enough to hold with one hand again once they start helping. So you have that to look forward to, Bobo. This might be a strikeout. Let's see how it goes. Couldn't get him to swing at this. This one's probably going over the plate. No. Oh, full count. He had to swing for that. Even though it wasn't a great pitch for him and he got caught out. Well, this is one of the closest games we've had in a while, but we need to see some action from the Unstoppables on the offense here. Hazel normally gets some pretty good hits, but the way that's going... Oh, no, it landed. She's on base. Lethal. If he can hit this into a good spot. That is very surprising that that M-Cycle managed to catch it. This is not looking good. Lethal's AI keeps playing this. We're going to lose ourselves a viewer. We'll see if Lethal gets the chance to... Grimmeth here, first combat he's seen in a while, he was at full health. Takes Brown out. Brown is down to pretty much half health again. He's taking a beating in every game. And unfortunately, I mean... I don't know how much combat they're going to see anymore. They came so close to the blowing up some bots here, and it might not happen. Smith knocks it right into the glove of the second baseman. Green doesn't know what he's swinging at here. Oh man, he didn't have that. Martin pops it right up to the shortstop. The shortstop never misses the ball. That's going to be the end of the game. This game did not go as I expected. I didn't know who was going to win for sure, but I expected to see some exploded robots. I'm a little disappointed to not have seen that. A little quick save down here. Alright, who do we got left? We need 3. Fatalities. And the Diamond Cutters need to face off again. As do the JGs and the Diamond Cutters. Neither of them have played in the last game. So let's throw that one down. We'll do it from this one, so it's Diamond Cutters at the JG Mysteries. On the Diamond Cutters we have Shaman, we have J2 John Germain, our honorary member of the team, Coleman, even though he's strictly an AI player. The JG Mysteries we have Mysterious JG, Kraken Bobo, Mr. Schultz, StoneCon, and Travis. Let's play ball. Robots. Only sometimes do they blow up. It was interesting too, because... Oh, Bobo, you almost... I guess it didn't even really come close at all. Never mind! They thought they could beat Bobo on his home plate, home base. Well, his home base is third base. With him wearing an iron glove and you just have a fist. If you're not using your special attacks, there's no way that's happening. Also, there's a charged attack in this game, and I did not realize this. And I think I did know it, but I forgot. And you can do some major damage by charging up and then smacking into somebody. The AI never uses it though. Your eye glove. It's funny because it's just a regular, any one-size-fit-all stretchy winter glove, but for some reason it costs $9.99. You can charge a hay, and it is devastating. Now, in human-to-human combat, I could see you both turning on the charge and then keeping away a bit to try to charge it up all the way. It drains your health while you're doing it, though. Oh, Kraken has a fire gun now. Interesting. Interesting. Fire gun is the crappy version of a laser gun. And this looks like it's going to come down. Maybe we will see some combat with this fire gun. I'd be curious to. It's a gun that shoots fire. Fire bullets, I think. But we are not going to see them doing anything. That is a home run. And I guess we'll let this play out because we haven't seen that many of them lately. But that's 3 on the board for the JG Mysteries now. Not looking good for the Diamond Cutters. We really do want the Diamond Cutters to cut JG down a peg. You don't want to see the fire gun? Oh man, he's loading everyone up here with fire guns. They're caught out. That's another home run. You get 1 per inning, JG. Oh, he just made it to the base. Oh, and with that little bit of a double whammy, Cooper, the most normal robot on JG's team, manages to stay on base even though he doesn't have a weapon. Travis here with another fire gun. It's caught out right away. The Diamond Cutters do not want to take any chances with facing off against fire guns. Unfortunately, they're not the ones in control of it here. Yes, the Diamond Cutters are all retrofitted robots. Gibson here used to be a top security bot until he was hacked by a mere human in the 1980s. 3 up, 3 down. Well, was that 3 up, 3 down? I think it was. Which might play into their hand of not getting burned by fire guns. Mysterious JG hits it out of the park. Despite Mary suing his pitcher with all of the power-ups, he only gives himself an Iron Glove. Oh, that is... Oh, what the heck is he doing? He literally was going directly at the ball and then purposefully turned away from it. Bobo, wanting to see some combat here, bunts it, but Kraken cannot shoot that fire gun fast enough to stop Shaman from spinning to winning on his face. That was a true sacrificial bunt. However, Bobo was sacrificing the Kraken. You're welcome, everyone. We all know you wanted to see this. Oh, and here comes some more combat. White with his Iron Glove, trying to take out Brooks. Manages to do so. He's going to be safe at home. I couldn't get under that there. I think once JG gets more than 4 hits, everyone's just rooting for him to get struck out as quickly as possible so that the game can move along. Oh, that's an easy double play there. Five per inning so far. We've seen far more than that in an inning before from JG, so it's not doing too bad against him. JG, fearful of what Shaman can do if he puts it right over the plate at a decent speed. Throwing balls. But manages to get one past him for a strikeout. Baker once again showing he's willing to swing at just about anything, but does manage to get it into the field. However, tries to turn his double into a, or single into a double. Very poorly planned. Didn't even get a single hit off on White. Black making the most of a bad series of pitches. Still goes to try to make it to second. Can he get the spins going? He's not trying to spin at all. And White takes him out quickly. Hey Travis, how's it going? JG's team is still dominating. Oh, but he did equip you with a fire gun, so that's it's pretty cool, but it's not quite, it doesn't shoot quite as fast as a laser gun, so people can get around it. Oh, I guess I'll let him have this one. I don't know how many runs he's up to yet. I gotta plug in this monitor too. It's down to 2 battery bars. Oh, he's at 11. He gets no more. Of course, tests my metal here, but no, instantly skipped. 5 and 5 do make 10. That's some pretty good math. The charge port on this stupid monitor is starting to go on us, so we have to like tilt the charge in a slightly rearward facing direction. Is Bobo willing to risk it? Is he going to turn his single into a double? No. But he's also not turning a single into an out, so probably the right call. That would have been a ground rule double had that been a rule in this game. Bobo with a couple of quick combos makes short work of Brooks, and he is safe on home. Oh boy. There's another hit deep into left field. Flybot just can't keep up. Yeah, you gotta get some weapons here. Maybe you'll your team will start buying some weapons of the sick variety. Oh, jeez, what am I doing here? I forget how long he's up to bat for that we're not on the other team. The M-Cycles just don't know how to stop moving. Fall asleep at the wheel. Here comes Travis with his fire gun. He might have a chance to show it off. Careful here. GG has the most powerful of pectoral modules. Well, for some reason it didn't work out, but for some reason the fielder decided to do a little dance instead of catching the ball. The Kraken has been released and then recontained for a double play. I mean, any game against JG, though, it has a real chance of going off the rails for your team. Three balls here. He's forced to throw it over the plate. And how that was not caught, like, did it hit the wall maybe just before he caught it? Perhaps. Unfortunately, he couldn't get to the base in time. Little legs couldn't carry him quick enough. And JG is throwing a lot more balls than he used to. That looks like a pretty good one, though. There we go. You're aiming for second now instead. Uh-oh. Well, if the AI teams upgrade their pitchers, I will be in trouble because those super fast balls I have a very hard time timing properly. And without being able to use the go back and forth and act like a jerk against the robots strategy, there's a real chance that I'll lose. Coleman's smart enough to stay on base instead of running to third. There's another good hit. Is it going to go far enough? No, but it is enough to risk going. Coleman, you got to get your spin on if you want to go home. Yeah, I don't know if they're just out and far enough in the lead or if they know that home runs are the thing that can really end it for them, and they're just making sure to prevent them. Is the Iron Glove enough to take it? It is. Bobo with the extra combo, 2 in a row. Takes him to third base. Yes, you weren't shut out. You've got that going for you. Speaking of not being shut out, there's a triple play to end the inning. Wasn't enough. It was enough to keep them from getting any points. Is this the turnaround? We're going to need more than one per inning if that's going to be the case. That's not a bad hit for such a strange pitch, but the fielder manages to get it to the ball in time. Strange that that quick hit that was so fast the camera couldn't keep up wasn't enough to confuse the fielder, but that pop-up was enough to let them touch the ground. Maybe they just wanted to get some licks in on Shaman there. And that's the end of the top of the inning. Going into the bottom here. Can they maintain no more runs? So far it's pretty good. Stone counts up here. Pretty good hit. That's the type that AI drops most of the time. But it is leading to combat. They managed to get 2 combos off. It might be enough to overcome the Iron Glove, and it was. StoneCon managing to get a lot of damage in against Cooper, though, at the same time. Follow that up with a home run, though. No illegal showboating, though, of flying home run planes. At this point, it becomes a delay of gain penalty for them for having launched so many ships. Hey, you actually caught it. That is going out of here. No way it's not. JG's the... JG's not still up, is he? No, he's not good. What is this? Back-to-backs. Save those for when there's people on the base. One per inning. Yeah, GG's throwing more balls again now. He doesn't want any more of these home runs being hit. That's a pretty solid hit, but this center fielder has been getting under the ball pretty well. But not this time, and J2 is safe on second. If that comes down, yeah, they got a runner in scoring position again here now. Remember, they only need to get 16, 17 runs. 16 to tie it up, 17 to put it over the top here, so every run counts. Gibson hit it out of the park. Gibson, what are you doing? That wasn't even anywhere close. And you hit the type of foul ball that leads to a double play. Bopo's looking to get his iron glove dirty again here. Oh, skimming across the ground, the pitcher just slides over and grabs that. Actually, a pretty impressive catch. Oh, just barely gets him before he gets to the base. And White just barely ekes out the victory there. Come on, you can get it. There you go. Ooh, that might be a home run. Thanks for confirming it. Another pair of back-to-back home runs. Back to back to back. They think it's a home run derby here. It's only the 6th inning. They don't need to be going to show-off mode yet. This pop-up should be an easy cut, but it's not. Overlord Darkwolf, welcome back. There is just home run after home run happening here. The pitcher's tired. He's throwing him easy hits. Finally, one of the fielders manages to get under it, but not before the damage is done. If this was MLB Power Pros, you'd have a little sweat drop next to your head as you're pitching, and your avatar's mood thing would be going, oh. But here's something to cheer you up. Home run. What was that? That was a very impressive display of pitching dexterity. I wonder why I can't hit when he's the pitcher. That, he couldn't have caught that. Like, touched his shadow and counted as being caught. Very strange hitbox. Very strange. Black goes for the crazy squiggle pitch that JG has going on here. But he manages to connect with one of them. and get a single out of it. Ooh, he manages to get barely under it. That ends the inning. Schultz looking forward to using his fire gun, but we'll see how that plays out here. He's the lead runner, so that's the one they're going to go after, but if this is a home run, once again, he has to just put it away. Let's see what Morgan can do here. That's another home run. There wasn't even a bot near there trying to catch it. They just were like, it's not worth the expenditure of energy. Even if they're electric robots, they can't stay carbon neutral if they chase every ball that's going for a home run. Oh, that was actually a pretty swift double play there. Good point, Travis. I mean, it's hard to tell. It could be anyone on JG's team. They're all hitting so many home runs. We'll check out the deeper stats here. Oh, if you had gotten the triple combo there, Cooper, you might have gotten onto the base, but unfortunately, a bit of a smackdown here. We'll check into the deeper stats after this game. And I may run one real quick, just show off how the speedrun of this game works before heading to bed. It's 12:30 here now, so I don't know how much longer Lil Zerfina is gonna keep sleeping for before she still wakes up almost once a night. Not always, but most of the time. She's pretty tired today though, so she might stay down. Alright, Kraken. Loving the crack of the bat on that one. He's going for second. Doesn't try for third, though. Bobo showing that he's not just good at combat, but hitting home runs as well. You thought I was going to let him see his home run screen, but no. You guys have shown off too much today. I don't think this camera's moving fast enough. Oh, just barely gets it over the head of the center fielder and into the stands. Stone Con, of course, showing off a bit, hitting it well out of the park. These poor little M cycles. Travis popping it up, hoping to get caught into combat with the pitcher, but instead a double play. Diamond Cutters have one last chance here to get 31 runs. Hey, at least you're not down by 50. And JG is taking no chances, pulling out all the stops here with his pitches. He doesn't want to risk losing this lead that he's got. So far his fielders have complied with his desires. However, gets lazy, throws one right over the plate for Shaman, and he hits it out of the park. Ooh, unfortunately caught out on that foul ball. Black with a pretty good hit here, but I don't think it's going out of the park. It might just barely make it over the head of the center fielder. I guess now I know And you know what? You guys deserve this extra inning home run view. I mean, technically anything's possible. JG could throw enough balls to walk everyone around the bases several times each. Oh, he went for it. And you know what? Unfortunately, White was all over that combat. You brought the lead down to under 30 though, so that's commendable. Pretty good showing against a team that is the team to beat. Let's take a look at the rankings here. League rankings, obviously JG is way up at the top there. Diamond Cutters are coming for me though. I do have to lose many of the games that I have going now to end up in trouble though. The Unstoppables have been stopped a few times now. Unfortunately, they had a really good run at the beginning, but I guess they just invested in the wrong type of equipment. Fatalities, holding on. You know, they got a pretty good chance of coming in fourth here. The Toasters, unfortunately, all they're doing is throwing monkey wrenches at the Unstoppables, trying to stop their momentum every chance they get. Look at the home run rankings. Surprisingly, despite the loss to the GG Mysteries, Diamond Cutter's Black with 17 runs. He is still the champion of the league for home runs. The Toasters' 2 wins were against the Unstoppables. GG though, all over this chart here. Kraken, Bobo, Mysterious JG himself, White, or Wit as we like to call them, StoneCon, all on the charts. Diamond Cutters all over the place too. Cooper, Brooke, Gibson here, and Grimmeth. The only non-JG Diamond Cutter player on the charts with 13 runs. Not a whole heck of a lot here. Changing, although Shaman, I guess you can see here that JG's runs have really, he is right, have ruined his ERA. 12.1 is the average runs against, I guess. But JG has been doing that to everybody, and once I have a few more games against him, I suspect that he will become the leading pitcher in the league. In the battle rankings, Green from the Unstoppables actually has the most wins here. Wit coming in second. All the colorful names are on the chart here. Brown is third. Bobo, the top rank human-created robot, followed by the aptly named Max Damage for being on the battle stats, and the accidentally named Coulson taking sixth. J2 is still in there. He's not as high as he used to be, though. His team relying more on home runs than the combat they used to in the past. And, of course, JG's teams may start slipping in this as well with the number of home runs they're having. And Stanley is just barely holding on there in the fatalities in 10th place. So, let's throw down a full-on save file here so it can be backed up. Save state. This is called AI4. I've been saving them along the way just in case. I guess after the PlayStation I got into that sort of... Robots, they were created by humans. Robots, and then they surpassed them. Robots, but they haven't let us know that yet. So what I'm going to do here is change my scenes over. Pull out Takashi's challenge and put in Base Wars. I'm going to cut over the actual hardware for this one. So let me just change my scene collection over to Hopage, and we're going to go to, and this should get us that, and you're gonna have 2 copies of the music playing here, so let's save the state with a backup as well. And then close this window. So, real quick here, within the next 3 3 minutes. Probably a little more. It doesn't... To get 3 minutes, everything has to go just right. But we're going to show how you super sneaky cheap styles win an exhibition. You have to press start twice. Win an exhibition game here in Base Wars. I'm gonna play ball. Use the Zerf select here. It saves the edit the team's name for you. And we're gonna play against Toronto actually, because I want to fight some M cycles. They're pretty good, but with the laser sword strategy, they're not good enough. And we'll play a 9-inning game. They will be the CPU. So here you can see I've changed the first several robots in my team into tanks. They are the best ones to play against. And the Toronto just has the right M cycles on the left side of the field here. We'll see if we can't. Oh man, he got caught out right away. This is ruining our speed here, but we're not running a timer anyway, so no harm, no foul. Although, normally the problem I run into instead is actually too many... So see how I'm dancing around here? I want to fight this guy. And I want to get him as low as possible and then give him a check, because you'll see there I actually did almost 130 damage to him instead of just 100. There we go. Because I want to get them as low as possible with one fight. Now, the AI right now sucks, so they're going to fight me pretty stupidly. Oh, no, I messed it up. They're going to fight me pretty stupidly, but he got the spin to win going there. So that ruins part of our plan here, but we just don't need to hit a home run. There we go. And actually, this isn't so bad, because now I can get an extra fight off against the second baseman. And it's less safe of a strat to use a charged up check at the beginning, but it's quicker. What you normally do is just hold out your sword like that, and then when he comes in, you just let it get down like that, and then check him once. Does the same amount of damage, just takes a little less time, a little more time. There we go, we've gotten revenge. So now this is where the cheese out happens. We're not going to run home. We're going to dance around here until it resets the timer enough that we can fight Burton again. Oh! Didn't get that second check off. Doesn't matter. We got one more tank. Actually, there's 3 outs, actually. Ah, this is terrible! Too many outs! Alright, let's give this another try. Let's show this off properly here. It's not often that I get that many outs. We'll use the safe strat this time. Yeah, great speedrun. We'll use the safe strat. It'll take closer to 4 minutes than 3 minutes, but... Come on, give me a pitch that I won't hit out of the park, but also not miss. Oh, it's a home run. Lame. There we go, that's a good hit. Alright. Use the safe strat here. Hey. And it's funny because that shows the M cycles for AI as well, because they accidentally run around you and you can very often just get to third from second if there's an M cycle on second. And I could have gotten home there too if I just so desired. Now you can use a charge up in your last check there too to get a little bit of extra damage, but it's not really worth the risk if we're trying to be safe strats, not fast strats. So poor Burton here is just gonna get destroyed. Because he's also the not smart yet AI. And the one thing is we get, once we destroy him, we get one extra fight against the catcher. I could have just probably done a charge check to start. Get a little cheer off here. Yay. So we're gonna get our extra combat against the catcher here. But you'll see that he's trying to go around me now, so I have to kind of like correctly guess which one they're going to here. Now, I might get stuck against the pitcher, which sucks. Wilson shows up. This makes things slower again, too. And you can also just do checks. It's a little bit quicker, but more dangerous. But now that he is gone, this is back to the second baseman, which is why we wanted to get into fights with the second baseman at the beginning. Now, we want the second baseman to have 2 things left. We purposefully stopped fighting them because it's actually faster now. Jeez. It's actually faster now to get another hit. Oh, if we get caught out, though, this is going to be bad. Bad news bears. Okay. So we're going to run to third here. Laser gun, dude. Oh, man. I said hey. This is going to make it take longer again. But you can see how this actually would have played out had... The problem is I hit it to the left of the pitcher, so the shortstop is the one that caught it instead of covering third, so... He'll blow up next time we fight him. But now we gotta fight stupid machine gunner guy over here. And we're not really... We don't really have a chance to lose, it's just gonna take a little longer. Hey, hey, listen, hey. And if I press up a little bit, they'll always come into me here, but... Oh, I messed it up! Messed it up again! That's 3 outs. Oh well. You understand how it works now. We'll just, Oh man, he has all the upgrades. We'll just strike these guys out real quick. Anyways, with the more risky first strat that I used last try that really didn't pay off, when they do pay off, I actually have a very good chance of getting a full minute above the current world record in this. So I'm trying to get that before I submit, because I use slightly different strategies from the current record holders. And I'd like to at least get a good chunk ahead of them. Now I'm stuck with a stupid cycle here, but we know that this spin to win normally works pretty good. And we'll Lopez has a laser sword too? I guess, yeah, that's true. Everybody has laser swords. So instead of checking people at the end for extra damage, we'll just laser sword them. But there's the end of poor Robbins. And then we'll go back to the third base here. Although, what the heck happened there? This is very unusual. The third baseman ran out to catch the ball, and then now they got someone else here. Oh no, there's Mr. Laser Gun. He's back. Okay. Anyways, he's dead. And that's the game. You know what? Let's celebrate with an explosion. So there you go. That's how you win fast. You cheap styles it. If you want to go slower, you just use a laser sword without any checks at all and win in the first inning without any runs. Trying to do the extra runs though can lead to extra outs. It's kind of funny. These are the default teams here. I haven't seen them in a while. So Edit Team A all has laser swords, Edit Team B all has laser guns. Just to show off, I don't know how many laser guns we're going to see in our series, so let's show one off here just to show what the difference is between it and the sword. Oh, that might be a home run by mistake. Oh, okay. Let's get in a fight. So the laser swords, you have to shoot like this. Like, it's pretty much the same thing but at a distance from the laser sword, but I guess it's a little easier to miss them or something. Yeah, so you can't get them from up close though. So, much more dangerous if you're trying to hit people with some haze, I guess. Some haymakers. That is baseball as she is played, I suppose. So be quiet, you. That's supposed to be on mute. I'm gonna send you guys over to Sir HC Man here. He's playing some Ultima for the Sega Master System, and he's been having an interesting time with it. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Sir HC Man, see my list? There he is. Go ahead and hit the raid on that. If you so desire to join me over there, I'll hang out for probably about 10 minutes or so until I need to head to bed for sure. And this little Zerfina here is starting to squirm a bit, so she's probably going to be up soon. Thanks everybody for coming out. It's been a fun night. We'll probably be playing some more this weekend. AI games, as I'm probably going to have some extra time to record. And we got to get these games in the bag before the charity game. So, hope to see you then. Bye!